Okay, guys, we're still spreading Bondo. This is part two. As the Bondo now is setting up, we're going to take a small rasp, same type of rasp like they use in body shops when they're filing down Bondo on cars. We'll take it and we'll shave off a bit to give it a nice rounded look, nice transition from the horns to the mannequin. As you're doing all this rasping, you're just basically bringing it all together, blending it in. It does not have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be real pretty. The only thing is that when you're rasping, you need to get down there close to where the Bondo and the mannequin and the horns meet and shave that down. If you notice, you'll see the area start to come up where there's a straight line right down there by my fingers where the rasp is, where the Bondo and the form are meeting right there. That little straight line right there. You want to get it down to about that right there. Even if you tear the plastic, it does not matter because the only thing we're really concerned about is the plastic that's under the skull plate. So it makes for easy release. If you notice, watch when we start to rasp this side, we'll blend everything in and it'll start taking that shape that it had prior to putting the Bondo on there. That way we know we've gone down far enough and that when we pop the horns off, they'll come off just easy as pie. Not hard to do. You want to do this process though just as soon as it starts to get somewhat stiff. Not hard, but you can't, of course you can't do it when it's still in like a mud stage, a wet putty stage. But as soon as it starts to harden up on you a little bit, that's when you start your rasping. And by the time you finish, it'll be pretty much starting to set up good then. It doesn't take long at all. We'll continue to rasp and blend everything in and take our time and just do a decent job. Some people use a long body file, but you can buy these little short body rasp files that do a real good job, and you can get all around in those little tight areas where you really can't get with a long body file. They even have a red handle that goes with it, where if you want to, have more control over the little rasp, you can do that too. That's what I've just done. I just put the little red handle in it. All right. And now as it sets up, it starts getting a lot harder. The next thing we're going to be doing is backing those screws out, those 3 screws that we put in, and then we'll just pop the horns off. All there is to it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Again, guys, all you guys that are just starting out doing this, this is the way that I do it. I find it really easy to handle, especially putting the plastic on top of the mannequin prior to popping the horns off. It just makes it so easy. And you'll see how we blended that in now with that rasp. Like I said, it doesn't have to look real pretty. It just has to blend in good to get you the right shape that you're looking for. All right. So what we're going to do now is like I said, we're going to back the screws out. We got 3 screws. We'll back them completely out. And just with a small bump on one side or the other, watch how the horns come off. They don't stick. We don't have to fight with them. We don't end up breaking anything. Just a slight bump. Boom. That's it. They come right off. Now we got a nice smooth skull plate that is ready to go back on the mannequin. Once we put the cape on, we'll put the horns up back on. Like I said, this is for a short incision. Now we'll take a scalpel and we'll just cut that plastic off that we wrapped all around the head, and we are now through with the horns. Now we're on with the next step. We're getting ready now to get the cape and get the mannequin prepped. As I'm going to demonstrate here, when you go to put them back, see how smooth and how easy they go back. It fits like a glove. You put the screws back in and you're good to go. You'll never have any problems with that. Yep. Even if you wanted to, you could actually put a little bit of silicone underneath the horns if you want to feel like you want to put some adhesion of some type underneath the horns. But there you go. Easy skull plate. Thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe and have a great day.